Then immediately he removed a gun, cocked the pistol, came straight, hit me with the pistol on my chest.
Babu Owino has now broken his silence following reports of a heated confrontation with Alai at a Nairobi restaurant. According to news circulating online, the incident began as a verbal exchange before escalating. Witnesses allege that Alai drew a firearm and attempted to fire it, but the gun failed to discharge. He was later disarmed and the situation brought under control. On his part, Robert Alai denied attempting to shoot anyone. He claimed the confrontation was triggered by prolonged online harassment, targeting his family, which he says he believes is linked to bloggers associated with Babu Owino.
Thank you, Fred. I think it's a very unfortunate situation, but what I can say about the case, because it's under police investigations, is that we were at the Cedars restaurant, which is in Kilimani. We were sitting together with others, and Babu was sitting at a different table, and he came to greet us. I told him that I'm not very comfortable greeting you. He started to push my head, telling me how he will banga me in the Nairobi City County, which is capturing. He said that Nairobi meshaenda. I said I'm not vying for any governorship seat, because I hear you are vying for the governor's seat. So I don't think that I am supposed to be in the conversation of the governors, because I'm not a candidate. So he kept insisting. In fact, one of the people we were sitting with joked that Ranipatia docket your finance. I said I'm not a candidate in any of these things. But what I would urge you is that when you're doing all your politics, please don't involve family members, because if you do that route, then it becomes very bad for us. Then he started becoming very agitated. He continued pushing my head. I told him I don't want to greet you. Please just go home, because I knew that this thing has been very uncomfortable to me. I've never addressed it in any platform or forum. But I told him that just go away. This is not a matter which you never see me, put my family members or post my family members on these platforms. And I would urge you that we end this issue here. But he kept pushing my head. So when I stood up and pushed him back, I think he's now brought in other issues, because I didn't draw a gun on him. There was a gun on my waist, but I didn't draw a gun on him. The person sitting next to me saw the gun on my waist, because I was wearing a shirt only. I was not wearing a jacket, and I took the gun. Akasema kwamba nimetolea bunduki. But there's no, if you go to that restaurant, they have a video clip. I produced one video where I said I drew a gun on him.
All right.
Yeah, so it's...
Speaking afterward, Babu has dismissed claims of provocation, saying he did not engage in any physical confrontation and remained calm throughout the incident. He described the matter as unfortunate and said it should be handled through lawful and peaceful means.
It was an unfortunate incident that took place along Lenana Road at a very famous restaurant. May not mention the name of the restaurant for the purpose of the clientele. And you know the restaurant, of course. So yesterday at around 3:30 p.m., I received a call from a friend of mine, a man of God, a clergyman, and he said that he wanted to see me. So we set up a meeting at the said restaurant. Then I drove straight to that place, to the restaurant. I was alone, because I'd given my security officers off, time to spend with their family members during this festive season. And reaching there, of course, I met with the man of God. We met only for around 15 to 20 minutes. Then because recently I'd had some issues with myself because I underwent some medical procedure, so I was just going back home. When I stood up, there was a table next to ours that there were several people who sat by that table, including Mheshimiwa Robert Alai, and I opted to say hi to them as a leader. It was only courteous to say hi to these leaders, to these people, including Alai as a leader. So I greeted all of them, finished with Alai because he was seated at the farthest end, then stood next to him. And before I left, there's one of them who said that, you know, Babu, you will be a governor of Nairobi. Then Alai became mad, and from that point he stood up, pushed me, saying, you cannot be a governor of Nairobi. You sent people to attack my wife on social media. Then immediately he removed a gun, cocked the pistol, came straight, hit me with the pistol on my chest, then moved back. Then I just stood. Then a short time, punched me on my right jaw. Still stood looking at him. Then there was a police officer. He was seated with several DCI officers. One of the DCI officers went and took the gun from him. By this time I'd done nothing, but I wanted to understand what problem there was between me and Mheshimiwa Alai, because Mheshimiwa has been attacking me way from the university. We can't say that it was because of his wife, because at the university, who was attacking the wife? Nobody. So I told Alai to sit down after all this scuffle, and he sat down. Then one of the DCI officers also sat in between us. Then I asked Alai to explain to me what wrong I'd done to him and to apologize for what he did. Upon hearing the issue of apology, he said, you know, I can kill you. So after a few seconds, there was a bottle of water on the table, took it, splashed it on me. Then I stood up and just went. Then went to report the matter at Kilimani police station. And Ode, what I want to tell you clearly is that there's a pattern of violence that is being meted on my person, on me as Babu Owino, and their political violence. When Baba Raila Amolo Odinga passed on, the government, and I say with a lot of conviction, the government organized goons for me to be beaten in Kisumu, that I don't go view the body at the stadium. Then they further organized goons in Siaya, Bondo, at the university, so that I be blocked and be beaten. I be beaten and blocked from getting to the burial, which was so unfortunate. I had to brave all this because Baba is somebody that I still love. I had to brave all this, went. Of course, I had sufficient security, but the organization was even outside there. You could even hear some members of parliament they were captured on videos saying planning the way I should be beaten in that burial. Then after that, you saw what happened yesterday, and you see Mheshimiwa Alai has been consistently in support of the government. And I want to tell you that no matter what is done by the government, this cannot deter me from speaking for the people. The only mistake I'm doing here, my brother, is to fight for the interest of the people. It's just to tell the government that there's high cost of living, reduce it. That there's unemployment, give youth and women and men jobs. That there's overtaxation, that we don't need to overtax people. That the cost of education is high, that our parents are struggling to take us to school. That health is not working. That is the only mistake I'm making as a leader.
Is this attached to the recent polls that you are given as the most favorable next kingpin in the recent polls? Or something like that?
You know, a lot has been said about these polls. These polls were true and were genuine, and these polls have since bruised people on the wrong side, people in government, people in ODM. There's a lot of infights. They're even attacking me in ODM groups. In our group for Luo members of parliament, they even attack me there, members of parliament doing that. But I want to tell you that there is no such position as a Luo kingpin in the constitution of Kenya. As Babu Owino, have been a leader, I've been a student leader. Because of my service delivery, people love me. Because of God, people love me. I'm doing it for God. As a member of parliament, I've been working for the people. My aim is to work for the people. Even when I'm going to be the governor in 2027 of Nairobi, I'm still going to work for the people. But the most important thing for me, my brother, is to be a kingpin of the nation. But if some people see me and value me as their leader, then they have a right to do so. Other leaders should not feel bad about it. Yes.
No CCTV footage has been released publicly so far, and police are yet to issue a detailed statement. This remains a developing story with conflicting accounts from both sides as investigations continue.